if I had just said, okay, this draft is done, let me start editing now, boom, 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 I would have missed some things. So you have to give, if you're going to self edit, this is my personal opinion. If you are going to self edit, you have to give your eyes and brain time away from that particular draft that you're working on to come back to it fresh. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new edition of the Chris 2 Cents podcast here with your boy Chris Stevens, a writer who talks about his 2 cents with common sense for the most part. Hopefully, you wonderful people are doing well out there. It's been a busy 2 weeks for me. I obviously started a new job a couple of weeks ago. I told you guys about that. It's been really, getting used to getting acclimated to being back in person for one. The first time I've had an in-person job in almost 5 years. And two, something that is definitely outside of what I'm normally used to. Like this is a labor job basically. And it's not something that I'm hyper about, but when you need money, you got to do what you got to do within legal bounds, of course. So that's pretty much where we are with that. But today I wanted to talk to you about the romance novel that I'm in the middle of. I finished the first draft last week, this past Tuesday. And my goal is to not look at it for 2 weeks, to give my eyes a chance to reset and give my brain a chance to reset. So when I go back and do these edits, I can really go through these edits. Because if I had just said, okay, this draft is done, let me start editing now, boom, 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 I would have missed some things. So you have to give, if you're going to self edit, this is my personal opinion. If you are going to self edit, you have to give your eyes and brain time away from that particular draft that you're working on to come back to it fresh. And that is something that I had to learn because right now, affording an editor just outside of it's not my budget at this particular point in time. And that's okay because I'm a journalist. I've been an editor at newspapers and different things all my life. So I know what to look for, I know what to correct and all of that stuff. So I'm not too concerned about not having a paid editor. But yeah, since I am self editing, I'm definitely going to be not looking at that first draft for 2 weeks. That is my goal. I finished on August 18th. So September 1st, I'm going to open her up after work and see what we got. And what's funny is I still don't have a title for this thing yet. I want to put this out on September 25th, which is my birthday. And I don't have a title yet. I don't have a cover art in mind. I think that's probably what I'll spend the next week plus thinking about. What I want this title to be, what I want this, what I want the cover to look like. It's going to be a challenge, but we'll see what we can come up with. So if I didn't give you guys the premise of this book, the plot, I mean, well, not the entire plot, but the premise of it, here goes. So my main character is a guy named Trent Howard. He has a sports talk radio show. He is the elder statesman on the show. His younger co-host is the one who always does wild stuff. And, he's Trent's the straight guy, but he's one of the more respected and revered people in the sports radio community. And he gets an offer to come back for homecoming from his college homeboy, who is now the athletic director at the fictional HBCU Reading State College. I'll tell you more why I chose that name and the mascot later on. And he also is invited to be the one of the guest adjunct professors for the school's media week because he is a media school alum of Reading State College. So he goes back and things have changed for him. He is in better shape. He has money. He is more grounded. He's more secure with himself. And it's a whole new ballgame for him. But he's not looking for anything other than to actually enjoy homecoming at Reading State, which he didn't do as much as a student. So enter his friend Trinidad Martinez, who was a friend of his in college. Baddie to the nth degree. Everyone loved Trent, but she was real close to Trent when they were in school because she liked his personality, even though he didn't feel that good about himself. Like she had always waited for him to make the move, but he never made the move. So 20 years later, they bump into each other at homecoming, and you know, things kind of progress from there. So there's your story. I wasn't gonna give away. Did you guys think I was gonna give away a whole book? No, I want you to buy it. So looking forward to sharing this book with you guys. Yeah, it's going to be out September 25th if everything goes according to plan, because I'm going to go to Draft to Digital. Shouts out to DL White, who told me about Draft to Digital and PayHip, because I noticed that a lot of people, a lot of readers are anti Amazon at this particular point in time, and I completely understand that. Absolutely understand that. So I'm going to do this like I did with the Widower's Gift. I put a Widower's Gift on PayHip, but I didn't go through Draft to Digital because I didn't think, because I do, every time I think about putting out a print copy of something, the the work just freaks me out. It does. So I'm gonna try and put out a print copy, a paperback copy of this as of yet untitled HBCU Homecoming romance novel, so that people can physically get their hands on it, because apparently people that like to read books still like to have books in their hands, and that's fine with me. I do not have a problem with that. I probably left a lot of money on the table not doing print versions of my ebooks, but hopefully now with Draft to Digital that will be an easier process. I'll talk to you guys about Draft to Digital once I actually start using it. But yes, my hope is for my birthday, Friday, September 25th, that this book will be out. You can buy it, you can download it. If I'm gonna give people to um yeah, I really need to get moving on this Draft to Digital thing if I'm gonna, do pre-orders and all of that. So yeah. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but I'm still very much excited about this new novel project. I mean, I literally wrote the first draft in 2 weeks. The same 2 weeks that, well, actually, the first week was before I started my new job. And the second week was the day I started the new job. And the week I started the new job. And then I finished up the first 2 days of this week. So literally 16 days, I put in about 37,000, 38,000 words. So it I mean the story's not going to be very extensive because it's just 1 week of homecoming. It's not going to be, a romance and a love affair that stretches out over generations. It's a week in the lives of two people who are, in their early 40s. Their bodies have changed, their mentalities have changed, their approach to things as romance and different things have changed. But I think it's going to be a fun book, and I'm very much looking forward to sharing it with you guys. So be sure to stay tuned to this YouTube channel for all your reading and writing information about my books. I plan, once again, I'm going to get serious about reaching out to my colleagues and friends in the writer space, whether it's journalism or fiction, and have them on to talk about writing. So you're going to get a lot of that on this channel. You'll still get me talking about different things. So getting back into the swing of things, y'all. Very much looking forward to developing this channel with you guys. And you guys can be sure to subscribe, tap that notification bell so you're notified of all the new videos that drop on the channel. And don't forget to like and comment on these videos. Also, I am still trying to raise money because of how badly I was screwed out of 2 months' pay, as I'm still waiting to get paid from this new job. So I will put a link. No, actually, I'm gonna pin a comment. I'm gonna comment with the GoFundMe link that I have, and I'm gonna pin it. So if you guys stop by and say, "Wow, how can I help Chris?" That's how you help me, because I really need, to catch up on my bills and my rent right now. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. So thank you guys for tuning in to this edition of Chris 2 Cents Talking Too Fast. Greatly appreciate you guys as always. Until the next time we talk, y'all be good or be good at it.